Hello, Ned here. So, at the end of our previous episode, we mentioned that we thought that this next episode might be the finale of the campaign, and it turns out that is, in fact, the case. So, before we get into the episode, I just want to let you all know that we are planning to have a talkback for this campaign, which will air at the end of October. So, if you are listening to this episode on the day of release, September 25th, 2024, that means you have 2 weeks from today to reach out to us with your questions that you want to have answered on the talkback. So, if you are a patron, you can send those to us in the Discord or through the Patreon messaging service. If you are not a patron, you can reach out to us at improvtabletop@gmail.com or through our Instagram account, which is realistically the only of our social media accounts that I'm actually active on. So send us your questions. You got 2 weeks, and we will get those answered, and you'll hear those answers at the end of October. Much love and stuff. Now, on with the episode. Last time on Varrick World, our heroes decided they were going to take down a gambling ring as a ruse to distract the police of Varrick World from realizing that Varrick was doing a very illegal brainwashing interrogation on Professor Pentapus and Gazal Rule. They went in and they did stop a gambling ring. They did what they said they were going to do, so that's good. Sparrowkeet managed to fall on his face and maybe wasn't super happy about that, but everybody else managed to help capture some of the bad guys, and Lin Bei Fon thought they did a good job. And the efforts of stopping the gambling ring did give Varrick the time he needed to get all the information he needed to know what Tokuga was planning for Varrick World. He discovered that there were spirits already infiltrating the entire park. And so, our heroes decided they were going to make a magical spirit-seeking lens that would allow them to find and stop these spirits. And so, they managed to do quite a bit of work towards stopping the spirit incursion before Firelord Izumi and Earth King Wu show up tomorrow. They know that Tokuga is going to be showing up tomorrow as well, and so we prepare for the final showdown against Tokuga. How's it going to play out? Let's find out here in the world of Varrick World. What's shaking, everybody? You're listening to ImpTab Avatar, Varrick World, the Avatar Legends actual play where we make up almost everything on the spot. I'm Ned Wilcock, your host and GM, and today I'm joined by...
Connor Wood, season finale extraordinaire.
Justin Porter, aka JP, and fulfilling a lifelong dream, I am vengeance. I am the knight.
Ooh.
I am Spider-Batman.
And Thomas Ryan, it's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine.
Everybody feels fine. All of us are just completely normal and casual and chill about this finale, right?
Yes, wahoo!
Mm-hmm. Wahoo!
Yep, no stress whatsoever. We just know everything is going to be great and fine and wonderful and great.
That's right, my dice is charging.
Charge those dice. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we are going to pick up with our heroes. Is there anything else you want to do to prepare the night before you know that the other rulers are going to be showing up here in the park?
Since this is going to be the possible ending of our campaign, I want to have a talk with Marion and Grandma Halmeoni as Chen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I want to say, let's be in their office and be like, guys, I've been doing a lot of soul searching lately, and I find you two as like my best friends. You know, you've helped me throughout a lot. We do these things together, and more than you know, I just wanted to take this time. I feel like I have to do this.
What is it, Chen?
But I am Spider-Batman.
What?
Yes, I know.
What?
This is probably so out of left field. You have no idea. But and I show him my costume. I go change into my costume.
Whoa!
My guests are fully flabbered. Like, Halmeoni is just like on the ground. Oh, what happened?
I have one question.
Yes.
Who is Spider-Batman? No, I'm just kidding, Chen. Thank you for telling us.
Yes, I just feel like if we're gonna, I don't know how this is gonna go down, taking on this Tokuga. I just wanted to get that off my chest to make sure that my mind is fully in present, is fully aware, and also, you never know what's gonna happen, so I just wanted to go out on good terms. Know that I told my truth to somebody.
True that, my vigilante coworker.
That's amazing. Thank you for sharing, dearie.
I have a confession also. I knew you were Spider-Batman.
What?
Yeah.
What?
I figured
I'm
it out.
Visibly more weirded out by that than anybody that I told him that I'm Spider-Batman.
I'm sorry. Chen, I haven't told anyone, but I used my brain and I figured it out pretty quickly.
Well, I guess if anybody could have figured out who I was, it would have been you.
I had no idea.
Oh, also, secondary confession. I know we went into my secret workshop several episodes ago. I've continued working on these. So I'm gonna show them my new secret closet that isn't flooded. And I have lots and lots of marionettes.
Oh.
My plan for this evening is to distribute these throughout the park.
Ooh.
So we have an army?
Yes, well, I do. But you have it second-handedly.
Yes. Like there's an army on our side, I guess.
I sure hope so.
Yeah.
Let's put these guys everywhere. And they're just like fun little dudes. A lot of them are like airbenders, earthbenders, waterbenders, firebenders.
We could do that. We could put them out in the park and pretend them like make them like part of the atmosphere as statues, and then the spirits would never know.
Yeah, because they're idiots.
Yeah.
I only know one smart spirit, and she's my grandma.
It's true, dear. I am a genius.
You guys want to help me? Or, I mean, I don't mind doing it myself, but you are Spider-Batman, and I assume that means you're pretty buff.
Oh, he's buff.
And Halmeoni doesn't have muscles that can get sore, so.
That's true.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, we're going to treat these guys like Easter eggs, and just put them everywhere in the park.
All right.
I'm gonna put the Varrick one backstage. I assume there's some sort of stage where there's gonna be a coalescing of the crowd or something. I'm gonna put him there.
So, before I do any of that, Thomas, is just remembering that Marion works for the Grey Lotus. Is there something I could check to see if he's, like, being genuine right now?
You could ask nicely. Just kidding.
Marion, I remember you work for the Grey Lotus. Is this genuine?
Well, here's the thing. We could potentially guide and comfort. So, when you try to honestly guide and comfort another person, roll with harmony. On a hit, they choose one. Either they can embrace your guidance and comfort and clear a condition or two fatigue, and then you get to ask one question which they must answer honestly, or they can shut you down, they inflict a condition on you, and you shift their balance in response.
Let's do that.
So, anyway, dear, are you working for the Grey Lotus still?
Technically, yes, but to be fair, I really like my coworkers. I think my boss is okay for a criminal. And I may or may not have had a change of heart. Now, there's something very important I have to do, but I cannot spell it out here and now. So,
Are you going to betray us at the final hour?
yes.
Ah,
No, I'm not planning on it. I'm not always stable, but I think I got this one. I think I'm not planning on it.
all right. Sounds good.
So, do you want to try and roll the guide and comfort?
Sure, why not? What do I roll for that?
Yeah, roll plus harmony.
Nice.
Oh, that's my second lowest one. Ooh, that's a 6.
All right.
I am going to betray you.
No! I knew it!
Does anybody want to mark one fatigue to aid in this guide and comfort?
I imagine, am I in this conversation, or is that you two?
Yeah, you're here.
Oh,
I didn't go
not
anywhere.
I'm just like, what? You're with the Grey Lotus?
So yeah, if you mark one fatigue, that brings us up to a partial success for Grandma Halmeoni. So now, Marion, you get the option to choose. If you accept the guidance and comfort, you can clear a condition or two fatigue, but then you have to honestly answer one question that Grandma Halmeoni asks you, or you can shut it down and inflict a condition on Grandma Halmeoni.
I'm going to accept it and clear. I just have one fatigue, but I'll clear it.
So you get to do that. And now, Grandma Halmeoni, what question would you like to ask?
Are you going to betray us?
I grab her laser hands and look her in the ghost eyes, and I say, "No way, Jose.
I'm not Jose, but thank you.
No way, Halmeoni."
Thank you. That's much better.
All right. Anything else that we want to do? We've distributed the little marionettes all throughout the park. Any other preparations before the big day?
I would like to rest.
Ah, yes.
I'm going to tuck in a desk.
I need to get my sidekick with me.
Yeah, you go find Sparrow Key. He's been doing push-ups like crazy. And yeah, he's ready to go.
I say to him, those are good push-ups, but I would lift up your knees so that you could actually get more weight up here up in the front. And like I'm like critiquing him on how he's doing his push-ups.
Yeah, he's been doing knee push-ups the entire time.
You're lifting form, dude. Come on.
And so, yeah, all of you've got a night to rest and to remove, I believe, all of your fatigue you should be able to get rid of by taking some nice rest this night.
Sweet.
And then, the following morning, there's a knock on the workshop door, and Kimiko peers inside and says, "Are you ready? We need to greet the rulers of the other kingdoms today."
Oh, is that today? Okay. I put on my finest clothes. They're the same that I always wear.
But these ones are actually washed.
These are actually washed for once. The first time all season.
Kimiko, can I talk to you for a second?
Oh, certainly. I've got a little bit of time before we have to go get ready for the greeting.
I just and I pull her over to the side. I just wanted to let you know that I've been really enjoying hanging out with you. and I hope that you reciprocate, that you feel good about hanging out with me.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Yeah. So, I would like to. I kind of want to make this official. You know, like boyfriend, girlfriend. Is that cool?
Oh, the GM has been calling me your girlfriend the entire time. I thought we were...
yes. Okay. Yeah, we are girlfriend. Okay, so we are. Okay, good. I just wanted to clear that so that we both are on the same page.
Yes.
Because I'm just very insecure, so I never know.
Okay, Chen, and she, takes your hand in both of hers and says, "Thank you very much for asking. It's always good to, just make sure that there's clarity. I would be so happy to be your girlfriend."
Oh, well. In that case, I have something I need to tell you. I'm Spider Batman.
Oh!
And then I put on my costume without my mask on. I just needed to get that off my chest because you're really important to me, and I really want to make this work. And I also, I respect you as a person, Kimiko.
And she says, "Hey, I respect you as a person too. Not just the fact that you're Spider Batman, but also the fact that you're Shen."
Aw.
Nobody's ever said that to me before. And I turn around and monologue out loud. Nobody's ever said that to me before, that they actually think that Shen could be a hero, not just Spider Batman. I have been thinking this all wrong. Maybe Spider Batman is Shen.
They should team up.
I just stopped there, like my brain is just computing this, just taking a second to recalibrate.
They should do a tag team.
Okay. And I turn back around. I'm like, I'm glad to hear you say that, Kimiko.
I'm glad to say it. After this whole, celebration where we greet the rulers of the other nations, would you be interested in maybe going to the Gimpop stand outside of the Air Nomad portion of the park?
The one date place.
I put on my mask and say, that would be awesome.
Okay, while they're having this conversation, I say, "Grandma Halmeoni, will you be my grandma legally and officially, please?"
I don't know if that's possible, but sure.
Okay, sign here.
Oh, documents.
Yeah.
I've never signed something before. I'll pour some of me onto the paper.
It's official. You're my grandma.
Oh, come here, grandson.
So when you go back to the spirit world, I get to keep this body.
Oh.
And the laser hands.
Well, I was hoping to keep it.
Sorry, that's what this document says.
That's not what the document says. I'm gonna read it.
Read next time, Grandma.
Real thoroughly.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, I just poured.
No,
I poured me onto the paper. I'll just pull me back out. Unsigned.
The paper just says Marion Heart Halmeoni.
Oh, I'll sign that.
Okay, cool. Well, that's been taken care of. We can wrap this up now.
Let's go fight a spirit.
Yeah, so you head to sort of the entrance area of the park, and Varrick is there looking very, very stressed out, but with the biggest fake smile plastered on his face that you've ever seen plastered on anybody's face. And there are 2 ships coming in across UA Bay into the dock. And Varrick is standing there at the docks, waiting for them to arrive. You see there's a big stage that's been set up for the official greeting of the rulers of the other nations, and hidden behind the curtain of this stage is an animatronic of Varrick that nobody else knows about. The ships continue coming in closer and closer and closer, and finally, disbarking from the ships are Fire Lord Izumi and King Wu of the Earth Kingdom. And they bow to each other respectfully, and King Wu offers his hand to Fire Lord Izumi, and she doesn't even look at him and just starts walking down the dock towards the waiting Varrick, who gives a big bow to both of them and says, "Welcome to Varrick World. We've been working so hard to make sure that your nations are accurately represented in our fine attractions and rides here," and starts leading them towards the stage. What would you all like to do at this point?
Capture the fire. No, I'm just kidding.
Shoot the Earth King.
With my laser hands.
Jeez.
I want to get in a good vantage point. I don't want to reveal myself just yet.
All right.
Smart.
Yeah, I'll say that's simple enough. You've got enough time to prepare that you can get there nice and sneaky without needing to roll anything.
Yes.
I'd like to blend into the crowd.
All right.
Is there any sort of I don't know what kind of, are they heading to a stage or anything yet? Where are they headed?
Yep, they're headed towards that stage.
Okay, is there a catwalk, perchance?
Yeah, there's some lights rigged up there.
Cool. I'm gonna get on up to that catwalk.
All right.
Imagineer coming through.
So yeah, you make it up to the catwalk, and you see Varrick leads Fire Lord Izumi and King Wu up onto the stage, and there's some applause from the crowd as he gets up and gives a little bow and stands to the podium and says, "Fine friends of Varrick World, of Republic City, of the 4 nations at large, we are pleased to greet here today Fire Lord Izumi and King Wu, who have done such wonderful jobs of leading their nations towards prosperity and victory and great public relations with all of us here at Varrick World. Now, is there anything that you would like to say for all of our friends who are gathered here today? And King Wu goes to step up to the pulpit, but you hear a voice shout from the crowd saying, "Yes, I have something I would like to say." And everybody gasps in unison as a figure pushes its way out of the crowd and pulls down its hood, and it is Tokuga.
Oh, mamma mia.
Who could have seen this coming?
Oh boy.
Not I.
Varrick is looking very shocked by this, but Tokuga reaches out with the tentacle, grabs the microphone, and pulls it in towards him and says, "Too long the people of these nations have languished in separation. They need a grand unifier, and we are going to make that happen whether you like it or not." And everybody in the crowd is starting to look very, very uncomfortable at what's going on here, understandably speaking. And Tokuga raises his hand and says, "My friends, it's time to take what is rightfully ours." And you see from like the fringes, people are looking around, getting ready to see who's going to come in. And you see two angry spirits show up, and they're looking at Tokuga, looking kind of meek, like, and Tokuga's like, "Wait, I thought there were a lot more of you. Don't worry, not a problem. We're still going to take what is ours." And looks towards the two rulers and says, "One from the Fire Nation, one from the Earth Kingdom. Perhaps it's time to meet the ghosts of your past." And also from out of the crowd, you see two individuals step forward. You see Taya, the sort of founder of the Dai Li before the Dai Li was even a thing. And also stepping out is Admiral Zhao.
Oh.
That guy killed the moon.
That guy killed the moon.
Yeesh.
Yeah, I'd like the laser gun Tokuga.
All right, we're getting right into it. Yeah, Tokuga is like, "And now it's time to take what is right." And what happens? Let's find out. Go ahead and advance an attack on Tokuga.
That one is passion, correct?
Correct. And you know what? Since you're using your laser hands, we can give you advantage to roll, but if you take that advantage, then we're going to roll your laser hands pool to see if they degrade.
I got a 11, so
Nice.
no advantage.
Okay, so what does it look like as you fire this laser from... And where are you hidden, by the way?
I blended in with the crowd. I'm just like in the audience. He's on the stage, so I got a clear shot.
Yeah.
Really quick, what time of day is this? Is this evening or day?
It is morning.
Morning.
Anyway, I'm gonna laser that guy's head off. I'm gonna yell, Tokuga! Because I'm real mad.
Yeah.
You got me expelled!
I let that guy out.
Yeah, so the way that these dice pools are structured, we've got a 10 pool for Tokuga, and we have a 6 pool each for Taya and Admiral Zhao, and we also have a 2 pool left from those angry spirits. They all have the motivation of protecting Tokuga first and foremost, and so you see the 2 spirits who were left are going to try and leap into the way of the laser blast to see if they can protect their leader. One of those is removed. You blast one of the spirits and it just like dissipates into the ether. And Tokuga scowls as he turns and sees you just like standing at the front of the crowd. And he says, "I knew I should have taken you out when I had the chance earlier."
I'm just gonna keep screaming. I'm real mad.
Well, I guess that's the signal. I'm gonna wake up my boys.
Yeah, Marion, what would you like to do?
I'm hoping about 80% of this audience is puppets.
You're hoping, yes. Let's have you rely on your skills and training to see whether your hopes are valid.
Look, put a lot of puppets out. Okay. All right, I got a 9.
Okay, so there's like 40% of this crowd is puppets.
Cool. I'll take it. All right, I activate Get 'em Girls, and I'm gonna have the crowd puppets just start swarming around the 2 spirits in the crowd.
All right, let's have you advance an attack.
Okay.
Plus passion.
Passion. Okay. Ooh, 7.
7. All right. So you see that Admiral Zhao is going to step in and try and take on these puppets. So we're going to roll his pool. And as he starts fighting off marionettes, we're going to remove 2 dice from his pool. He is just like shooting blasts of fire out of his fists, and you see mechanical arms and heads are flying all throughout the crowd, and the actual humans in the crowd are getting freaked out. They're starting to disperse very rapidly. He's looking around to see, like, okay, these are not humans. I've never seen anything like this before, but he's trying to kind of scan the crowd. He's looking to see, okay, these are like puppets of some sort. Who's controlling these puppets? And you, would you like to mark 2 fatigue or a condition for that partial success?
I'm gonna do a condition, and I am feeling troubled because there are a lot of expectations on me today that I am not about to meet from some pretty dangerous people.
All right, so -2 to plead and rely on your skills and training.
Oh, buns, actually.
Actually.
I want to swap that to angry because I need my skills and training.
All right.
I'm angry.
-2 to guide and comfort and to assess the situation.
Angry that I didn't have as many puppets as I thought in this audience.
Yeah. And so Zhao is looking around, trying to spot you, and he looks up into the catwalk, and he actually does see you up there, just kind of scowling and flipping him the bird.
Rude gestures abound.
All right. Now, Spider Batman, how are you feeling about all this?
Well, this is my greatest moment, so I'm up in the catwalk, I want to assume. I'm going to jump, freeform, and then like kind of float down, get my thwip grips to kind of even myself up, shoot up at the top, and then swing, kick into Tokuga's face.
All right. Roll to advance and attack. That's plus passion.
Right in the ghost face.
That is a 9.
9. Okay. Partial success. So as you come swinging in, Tokuga is a bit distracted by Grandma Halmeoni, but Taya is going to notice that you are trying to attack her leader, and she's going to step in the way right in front of your face, with her face right in front of your feet. And we're going to remove 4 dice from her 6 pool.
Jeez.
Oh, dang.
Get kicked.
Yeah, you just clock her right in the face with both of your feet. She goes flying back into Tokuga and actually like knocks him off the platform onto the ground.
Dang, SBM.
She is feeling incredibly dazed by this attack. She's just like trying to peel herself up off of the stage, and as she like gets her face up, there's a thud as both of your booted feet land right next to her, and she looks up at you and scowls.
I want to just immediately whip grip her hands to the floor.
All right. So I think we're probably going to be evading and observing for this one.
Okay.
So clear 1 fatigue and roll with creativity or harmony.
Okay, they're both +1 for me, so either way.
All right.
That's a 6.
6. Ooh, dang it. So you come in with the thwip grips, and she, at that point, regains her composure. She does a duck roll between your legs, and then from her crouched position, she does a kip up with both of her feet right into the back of your head.
Oh.
Would you like to take 2 fatigue or a condition?
2 fatigue.
All right. So you mark the 2 fatigue. You kind of stumble and turn around to face her.
Yeah, I want to... Quick question. Judging rival, how often can I use that?
You can use that whenever you would like.
Because I want to use that on both Tokuga and her, I guess.
All right. So you can get 1 person at a time. Who would you like to judge first?
Let's just go with her.
All right. So roll plus focus.
That is a 7.
All right. So you get to ask 1 of the questions.
Let's go with this one. What do you wish I do right now?
Yeah, you're sizing her up. You're kind of like on the balls of your feet, both of you kind of bouncing back and forth, getting ready to enter into this combat. And she is like reaching out with both of her hands. She's got her head kind of lowered, and she gestures at you, just come on, bring it.
I want to trap her, so I'm looking around to see if there's anything that she doesn't notice hanging over her that I can pull down, like a curtain or something.
Yeah, there's curtains, there's lights, there's sandbags, there's Marion.
There's Marion.
Hi.
Yeah, I want to grip a curtain on her.
All right, let's have you rely on your skills and training for that, I think.
7.
7. All right, so yeah, you reach up and you pull the curtain. And I'm going to say, rather than taking fatigue or marking a condition from this, we're going to have a sort of unexpected narrative consequence. You pull the curtain down on top of Taya, going to roll her 2 pool, remove 1 of those dice. She's only got 1 die left, but you don't notice until just the last moment that the curtain you're pulling on is right beneath the catwalk that Marion is standing on. And so you destabilize Marion's footing.
Oh, beans.
And Marion, you begin plummeting towards the stage. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna have one of my marionettes catch me.
All right. Rely on your skills and training.
Okay. Oh, 2 6s plus 2.
Oh, nice.
That's a 14.
14. So good. You have both of your marionettes come up and grab you because you even got like that perfect roll. I'm just going to roll Taya's pool. Yeah, so the marionettes, like they come rushing forward and they're like, okay, there's a little bit of elevated ground underneath this curtain for some reason, and they stand on top of this lump, and as you land, their feet press down, and you hear Taya just, ugh, and all of the wind is knocked out of her.
Nice.
And I roll her pool and remove the final die. Taya is out of the fight.
Great.
Exactly as I planned.
Yes, and so Varrick, you see, is kind of cowering off to the side, and as the curtain drops, he looks to see what's going on, and he sees himself standing behind the curtain.
He waves. His self waves.
Yeah, Varrick is freaking out. Grandma Halmeoni, what are you doing while all this crazy stuff is happening?
Has anyone done anything with Tokuga since I tried to shoot him?
No, Tokuga is picking himself up off the ground, because remember, Chen kicked Tai in the face, she slammed into Tokuga,
Okay.
Tokuga fell off the stage, like right in front of you.
All right, I've decided that perhaps I need to chill out a little bit. I'm going to use my Watchful Fighter on him.
Ooh, okay.
I'm going to carefully watch his fighting style and see if I can figure out how best to beat the dickens out of him.
All right, roll with creativity.
That is 11.
All right, so you get to hold 3, and at any point while you're engaging with Tokuga, you can spend one of those hold to do any number of things to this guy.
There's a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm running towards him now.
All right, let's advance an attack now that you've got your readiness prepared from Watchful Fighter.
I want to punch him in the face with my robot hand.
All right, so we're not using the lasers this time, just a regular old punch.
Not yet.
Give me the old clobber.
I'm the pummeler, baby. It's what I do.
The whole pummel.
Yeah.
That is 9.
All right, partial success. If you want to use your lasers instead, you can re-roll, and I can start degrading your laser hands.
I don't think that I will use my laser hands. I think I would like to spend one of my hold. Mm-hmm. 2 of my hold, actually.
Nice.
I can warn an ally about the fighting style that he has. So I will warn both my allies about the fighting style he has.
Cool.
So it's been 2 of my hold to do that.
All right, so both of your allies are now prepared because they understand a little bit more about how he uses that weird tentacle. And because you are prepared, at any point, you can clear your prepared condition to take +1 to an appropriate roll or avoid marking a condition.
Nice.
Though we're going to resolve this attack. Grandma Halmeoni, you rush in right towards Tokuga. I'm going to just make a fortune roll to see whether one of the other spirits can manage to step in the way to defend their leader. Yeah, Admiral Zhao is going to step into this point. He's done beating up marionettes, and he's going to take the brunt of your robot fists.
Dang it.
We're going to remove 1 die from his pool. He's down to 3. So he's kind of like, face down in the dirt. You just smack him right on the top of the head, and he's a little bit dazed. And Tokuga is staring at you with some fear in his eyes at this point. But how do you feel about the fact that you are not able to get to Tokuga? Everybody's just like stepping in the way.
Zhao, wait your turn. You're next. I know what you did to the moon. I gotta get this guy first, though.
All right, so would you like to mark 2 fatigue or a condition?
Let's get tired. Let's get fatigued.
Okay, 2 fatigue for Grandma Halmeoni. So just to touch base with how all of our enemies are doing, Tokuga still has all 10 dice, Zhao has 3, and that one last rogue spirit has 1. So now let's pop over to Marion, I think. You've just landed on top of this curtain, taking Taya out of the battle. What would you like to do?
Okay. Yes, I landed on the curtain. Robo Varrick is now quite visible. This seems really messy, and I would like to think that while I was falling, potentially to my death, I had some big thoughts fly through my brain. So I would like to use my moment of balance.
Okay.
I'll read off the flavor text just from my character, the Razor. You were taught to control yourself, and that to give yourself to connect is to lose control. But now, you see that connection isn't weakness. It is a choice, a true way of controlling yourself. You seize that now, choosing to embrace connection to others and spring yourself to impossible heights. I'm actually going to spring Tokuga to impossible heights by using Robo Varrick and the large firework that is strapped inside of Robo Varrick.
Oh, boy.
So he's going to get grappled by Robo Varrick, and then a little firework's going to spring out the back of his chest.
Tokuga looks up at Varrick in the eyes and says, "What on earth are you doing?" And Varrick says,
I am not Varrick. Surprise.
and goes shooting straight up into the air.
That's That's exactly what it sounds like. How do you know?
Yeah.
Cool.
So I'm going to roll Tokuga's pool, gosh, I think 3 times because of this.
For each burst of firework.
Yeah. So first roll. Wow, Tokuga. Okay, so we're going to remove a 1, a 1, a 1, a 1, and a 3.
Good heavens.
So you cut his pool in half with this first blast.
Yes.
So yeah, when he's pulled off the ground, just like that wrenching motion, he is very thrown off kilter, and then Varrick's face explodes with the second blast of fireworks.
That's my boss.
We remove only a 1 that time. He shields his face at the last moment, taking most of the brunt on his tentacle arm. But then Varrick, there's a beeping deep inside Varrick's chest, and he says, "Goodbye, world." And the entire thing now is going to explode.
Oh, gosh.
And as Tokuga goes flailing and falling to the ground, we're going to remove 1 more die from his pool. So we've taken him from 10 dice all the way down to only 3 with this explosion.
Take that, evil ghost man. And I check off my moment of balance.
All right. Well-used moment of balance, I would say.
Thank you.
So, yeah, Grandma Halmeoni and Chen, you watch Tokuga fly up into the air and fall back down to the ground smoking. Which one of you would like to act first?
I want to walk up to him and just be like, you know you can't win. Good will always triumph. As you can see, we have the upper hand.
Let's have you roll to plead with an NPC.
That's a 12.
Hey.
Ooh, okay.
Wow.
We're going to roll his pool. No consequences for you. We remove a 2 and a 1. Tokuga has 1 die left.
Oh my gosh.
He looks up at you, and he has a look of panic and shock in his eyes. And he looks at all of his allies. Tai is gone. Most of the spirits are gone. There's just the 1 rogue spirit left and Admiral Zhao. And Zhao looks him dead in the eyes and says, "Don't you show weakness right now, you pathetic creature. We are going to conquer this world together."
Okay, loser.
Yeah, I want to see what he says before I do my next move.
Yeah, he, at that point, starts pulling himself up, getting ready for one last attempt. He's only got 1 die left. Halmeoni, how do you think you respond to this?
Okay, I'm gonna shoot Zhao in the head.
All right, laser time.
Counterpoint.
Go ahead and roll that with advantage.
They're not doing any of that again, Zhao. And this guy is going back to spirit jail. That's a 7.
A 7 with advantage?
It was a 7 with advantage, for the record.
Okay, so we are going to degrade the laser hands. We remove a 1. You still got 4 dice left on your laser hands.
Hot dog.
And so now I'm going to roll Zhao's pool. We remove only 1 die from him. You shoot the spirit laser at him, and he puts up both of his hands in a rush of flame that deflects a lot of the energy upwards, but you do knock him backwards. He goes tumbling head over heels backwards and looks right at you as he rights himself and says, "I am Zhao the Conqueror. I will not be taken down by the likes of you," and blast of fire right at one of your legs. Would you like to mark 2 fatigue or 1 condition?
Let's fatigue, baby.
All right. So, yeah, he knocks your feet out from under you, and you go falling down to the ground.
Can I go next?
Yes, Spider Batman, you see your grandma falling, people struggling, people screaming all around you. What would you like to do?
Well, that sparks in me my moment of balance, I think.
Ooh.
This is your Aunt May.
Yeah, this is my Aunt May. So I run towards Zhao, and I just want to run right up to him and grab him by the cuffs and like lift him up above my head and be like, "You may be Zhao, but I am Spider Batman!" And I just want to punch him in the face and just deck him.
Yeah, so as you do that, I'm going to roll his dice pool 3 times. He's only got 2 dice left.
Oh.
Ooh, he weathers the first blow. You punch him right across the face, and he's like, "I am Zhao the Conqueror. I will..." Another punch right in the face. We take out another one of his dice, and then a third punch right to the face. You uppercut him, and he goes flying through the air, head over heels, and lands on his back, just completely dazed, unconscious. And you have taken out this threat. And I'll say, even because of that, like, the other rogue spirit looks at you. I'm going to roll its die in response to that, and it just starts running away. It's done with all this. It feels like it has no chance left. So at this point, Tokuga is the only one left with a single die. He is sitting there on the ground, struggling to get up to his feet. Who would like to go next?
Can we all three deliver the finishing blow?
Yeah, can we do that?
Ooh,
The team punch.
Defenders of Varrick World, unite!
just everybody goes in for a big punch all at the same time.
Yeah.
Defenders, dissemble.
Dissemble this villain!
Yeah, so let's have the person with the highest passion roll to advance an attack, and then we'll get +1 to that roll for each of your friends who's helping.
I have +1 for passion. That's all I have.
I have +1 for passion.
We're all the same amount of passionate.
We're equally passionate people.
Equally passionate.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's just have all three of you roll at once.
Cool.
I got a 10.
Got a 9.
12.
Oh,
Nice.
Okay, so we've got 3 potential rolls to try and take out Tokuga. 1 die can be tenacious, but let's see how it goes. First punch, that's a 6, he stays in. Second punch, that's a 6, he stays in. And now we get down to Marion.
Sorry, I think I actually do go up to 10 because the +1 from...
Prepared?
Yes, prepared.
Okay, so you remove your prepared. To bring it up to a full success, we're going to roll it one more time. And that's a 6.
Holy cow.
He's more powerful than we imagined.
Yeah, he's ducking and dodging out of the way at every turn. He rolls underneath Marion. Your final punch, he rolls underneath your legs, and he looks up. He's panting heavily. He sees the Fire Lord and the Earth King staring at him just disdainfully, and he's going to try and run for the exit.
Hey, this might be a little late. I do have 1 hold left.
Yes.
Could I inflict an additional condition when making an attack on him?
Yeah. What kind of attack do you want to make?
As part of that group punch is what I was hoping.
Oh, yeah, retroactively, you see him running away, and do you just, laser him in the back as he's running?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll roll for your lasers, and we remove 2 dice. Your laser hands are kind of sparking, but they're still good to go. We're going to make Tokuga roll 1 additional time. And what does it look like as your laser makes contact with Tokuga?
He blows up like the Death Star.
Yeah, you see it strikes him in the back. He is a spiritual being. He's been living in the spirit world for such a long time. He's suffused with all this energy, and this one final bit of spirit energy starts to overload him, and you see his entire body begins to glow up and down with this crackling light, and his body begins to bulge and shift and morph in strange ways, and he screams up towards the sky as a beam of light from the spirit portal arcs down and connects with him. Stuff around him starts levitating like bits of rubble and debris and trash, and as he screams, finally there's this big... Everybody gets knocked back for a moment, and when you look to see what has happened, Tokuga has disappeared entirely.
Awesome.
Varrick picks up the microphone off the ground and says, "Friends of Varrick World, treats on the house for everybody."
Yeah, free Gimbop!
Yep, and so all of the people who were watching this, they start heading towards the Gimbop stand. The King and the Fire Lord walk towards you and just start shaking everybody's hands, just thanking you profusely for everything you've done, and Varrick steps up behind all of you and says, "Raises for everybody."
Yes!
I don't work for you.
You want a job, kid?
Yes.
Great.
Sweet.
Maybe I shouldn't be calling you kid. You're older than me.
I'm younger than you.
Okay, kid.
That's complicated.
Let's give you a job.
Do you guys want to do a freeze frame jump with me in the air?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wahoo!
And that sounds like a perfect time to transition into a post-credits montage.
Yeah!
Let's start with Marion. What happens to Marion in the wake of all this crazy stuff?
Well, Marion proposed to Kimiko and didn't realize that she was Spider-Batman's girlfriend because he doesn't pay attention. So she said no, and he was embarrassed. No, Control Z, that didn't happen. I got an all-marionette show opened 3 blocks a day at Varrick World. I love it. I go to desk each night completely exhausted. But now that I've been adopted, my evil tendencies are just super gone. I feel good about being good. Sometimes I think about evil stuff, but I don't do it. And the nightmares have turned into normal dreams.
Yeah, now whenever you go to sleep, you're able to just chill with Bielinski.
No smoke, no screaming. just toy making
And have a grand time.
with my dead father figure.
How lovely. Let's go over to Chen. What happens to you in the aftermath of all this?
Well, I give the movie rights to Varrick on the sole condition that Bolin plays Spider Batman.
Nice.
And then I take the day off. I tell this is in the future. I've trained Sparrowkeet to be able to take on role by himself. So now he's guarding while I go on the secret tunnel of love with Kimiko.
Oh, that's hot.
Yep, two lovers separated from one another. A war divides their people. But you join together on this ride, and just a lovely, wonderful time. And later on, like, as Shen, you're going to all of the mover premieres of Spider-Batman, full theaters every single time, and just knowing deep down in your heart the good that you have done for the world.
And I imagine I pick up a calling card of my new villain, whoever that's going to be in the future.
Yes, because crime never sleeps, and that's why Lin Beifong is never going to sleep again.
Yep.
And Grandma Halmeoni, what do you do?
Well, I got a new job working at Varrick World. I build cars for a living.
Cool.
Pretty great. I commute. I don't live at the teapot anymore. I live in the spirit world, but I come by every day, do my job because it's awesome. And yeah, I proposed to Kimiko as well, not understanding what proposal is. I thought it was just something you did.
Immediately after me.
And then I'm told that that's for marriage. And so I say, oh, I'm sorry, I don't do marriage. And I immediately break our proposal.
So everybody proposes to Kimiko except for her boyfriend.
Correct.
They're still just dating.
We're just enjoying ourselves, just having fun. You know?
Yeah, and every evening, Grandma Halmeoni goes back home to Iroh, and Lobsang is there, and you're just chilling out, having a grand old time.
Yeah.
And Varrick only had to change a few things in both the Earth Kingdom and the Fire Nation sections of his park, so he's pretty happy with how that's going on. Everything is grand, everything is wonderful until the day when Shen Shaoxing picks up that calling card, and it's got a big old clown face on it.
Of course.
Varrick World 2, joke's on you.
And I think that's where we're going to conclude our story in the world of Varrick World.
Wow.
GG.
GG.
That was fun.
D.
Yeah, here's what we got coming up. After this, we're going to have our next Sonic game book reading for the month of October.
Thank goodness, honestly.
Yep, sticker month is coming up, so we got Sonic. But then at the end of October, we're going to have a little talk back. From the day that this is released, you've got 2 weeks to send us in your questions, and then we'll get together and we'll answer those as a cast and release that at the end of October before we get into our next Fate campaign.
Wahoo!
Can I tell them what the next Fate campaign is going to be?
I don't know what the next Fate campaign is going to be. What do you think the next Fate campaign is going to be?
It's going to be a cross of your two favorite shows, Doctor Who and Parks and Recreation.
Dr. Park.
I'm all on that if you ever do that. I love Parks and Rec. I watch that show religiously.
You know, we will put those into consideration for the voting, and we'll see if it ends up happening.
That'd be a horrible mix. Please don't do it.
But in any case, everybody, we'll see what it actually ends up being. But for now, thanks for listening to ImpTab Avatar, and we'll be back next time with some more adventures in the world of Sonic the Hedgehog next month. If you want more, go ahead and subscribe. Maybe even leave us a review. We would be as happy as a group of heroes who have saved the day and who know that everything is going to be fine if you go ahead and give us a review on the podcatcher of your choice. We're also all over social media at Improv Tabletop, honestly, mostly Instagram. If you want to talk to us, maybe you'd like to talk with Thomas about how we could manage to make Doctor Who and Parks and Rec work together, don't be afraid to reach out. Now it's time to shout out our next batch of Sticker Club patrons. And the folks we're talking about this week would just so happen to be Tyson Lanzin, Adrian Garneau, and Christine Lines.
Legends.
Ooh,
They're
nice.
legends. All of them.
Yep, these three are the owners of the Gimbop stand just outside the Air Nomad part of Varrick World.
You gotta stay busy.
We should talk. We have some branding ideas.
Yeah, maybe there's some franchising options coming out. Maybe you can do some brand crossover with the new Spider-Batman films that are coming out. Get some like exclusive. It's like when they released that Spider-Man Whopper at Burger Burger King.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking more like the Happy Meal toys, but that's cool too.
Oh yeah, yeah. We can get some actual like figurines. Marion can help you design some Spider Batman toys to release in your Gimbop meals.
The post-credit scene is all about Gimbop.
Yes. Turns towards the camera. Thanks to the delicious flavor of this Gimbop, we were able to stop the bad guy.
It's heroically good.
Yeah. So thank you, folks, for being patrons, and we'll have more Sticker Club patrons to shout out next time. If you, dear listener, want to join their ranks, consider joining our Patreon at patreon.com/improvtabletop, where you can also get things like Discord access, biennial sticker packs, and more, such as our current ongoing patron-exclusive campaign, Miceborne the Mouse Ritter Chronicles.
Squeak,
Squeak, squeak.
We're having a grand old time in the capital city, all kinds of urban intrigue and whatnot with our new guest player. Who is it? Come out and check it out over on the Patreon. Now let's do a round of plugs. Thomas, would you like to take that this time around?
I would be honored to do it this time around. We have other stuff. Go look at it.
Thank you, Thomas.
No, we have a sister podcast. It's called iCast Fireball, D&D 5e actual play. Our esteemed Ned plays a little satyr boy who is feeling a lot of one feeling. Mm-hmm. Very good. Big fan. Go watch. Well, don't watch it, but go listen to it.
Yeah.
In addition to that, I can plug whatever I want, right? Mm-hmm. You said that like you assume I'm going to do something bad.
Within reason.
I would like to plug Mrs. Doubtfire.
Hello.
Go watch it.
Fun movie.
Yeah.
It's a really good movie.
Robin Williams is an absolute delight. You know what? Let's do a rapid fire round. Everybody, favorite Robin Williams movie, go.
Dead Poets Society.
Nice. Wonderful.
Oh, dang, that's a hard one. I'm gonna say. I mean, I really like him as Aladdin or as the genie.
Ooh.
So I might say Aladdin.
Very nice. And I'm going to go with The Birdcage.
Birdcage is a good one too.
That was my second place.
Fair play.
Very, very good.
So yeah, everybody go watch some Robin Williams movies. Have a wonderful time.
Do it.
That's what our next campaign is going to be. Robin Williams.
Ooh.
We're all just different
The
Robins.
Robin Williams cinematic universe.
Ooh, I would not be opposed to that, honestly. That would be super fun. Well, everybody, thanks for joining us here in the world of Imp Tab Avatar Varrick World. I'm Ned Wilcock, your host and GM, and I've been joined by...
Connor Wood, puppeteer turned puppet hero.
Justin Porter, aka JP, and now I can finally adjust to normal civilian life.
Thomas Ryan, something funny.
Much love and stuff, everybody. We'll catch you next time on Improv Tabletop.